Hey y'all, it's me again, Maria Henderson, author of The Boss Mom Mentality. Today we're going to talk about podcasting. And we're going to go into podcasting a little bit more because I noticed that there is a lot of hype over podcasting, and rightfully so. That I've been podcasting since September of 2018. And when I started, it was a really exciting time for me because I just had so much to talk about, and I really wanted to have a platform where I can easily share my concepts, my theories, wanted to start a podcast. And I went to that direction, and it's really been rewarding. So fast forward 2 years later, I'm here now with you guys. So my podcast is on Anchorfm, and one of the things about Anchorfm is that it can be broadcasted to Spotify, it can be broadcasted to Google Play, all of the different ones. There's the Google Android podcast, there is Spotify, there's Apple, and then the smaller ones, Stitcher, Outcast, and I can't think of the other ones that it's on, but it's 9 total platforms that it actually goes into being published when you work with Anchor. And one of the cool things about Anchor is that it's super easy and convenient. And I actually have a podcast group called Podcasting for Women in Business. The link is below. It is filled with entrepreneur ladies who are podcasting or are interested in podcasting. And one of the things about starting a podcast is that you really want to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who are doing the same things you are, or maybe who are experts and have done what you've done, so that you can learn the best practices of podcasting and also the platform. So that is available, Podcasting for Women in Business. It is a Facebook group, completely free, and the link is below. So one of the things about within the podcasting group, I've noticed a lot of frequently asked questions, and I do want to go over that here with you. I do a lot of live streaming in the group. So one of the common questions is, where do I start? What do I start? What do I start with? What topic do I come up with? How do I decide a niche? What platforms? What is RSS feeds? Like all of the technicality stuff, is what I think people kind of get bombarded with, along with what niche. So I answer this in a very simple way. Go with Anchorfm, start with Anchorfm. It's the easiest platform to use, and it's super convenient, and it's completely free. So I use Anchorfm even 2 years into podcasting, with over 100 episodes into my show. I still use Anchorfm. Now the second question is, what topic do I talk about? What niche can I go into? I would rather you go into a podcast that you're very passionate about. And the reason why is because in order for your show to be successful, you need to have longevity in podcasting. You can't just throw 30 episodes in and hopefully it just creates revenue. That's just not how it works. You grow your show. It's a network. It's like blogging. You write your blog, you write posts, and you compound those posts, and that creates a certain algorithm within your website where SEO is ranking. If the more words you have, the more types of keywords you use, your website is showcase at the top, depending on the search. And it's the same thing for podcasting. You want to grow your show. You don't want to just stagnate it at about 30 or 40 episodes and think you're fine. You have to continue to grow, and you have to continue to record, publish episodes, create content, valuable content for your audience. And one of the things about having that longevity, you want to go into a topic that you're passionate about. So I actually formulated a way to figure out what you could be passionate about if you're not sure of that yet. And it's called the GAINS method. And the GAINS method is GAINS. G for what do you gravitate to? What is that one thing that you gravitate to naturally? Let's say that you are watching a show and you're flipping through channels, and then there's this one thing that you just gravitate to. What is that one thing? What catches your awareness? Again, with watching a show, what is it that creates your attention, your antennas? What is it that that's that one thing that pulls your awareness. What interests you? What are the things that interest you? So one of the things I've been always interested in as a young adult for over 10 years is personal growth. And that's why I started my show on personal growth. And then eventually it became a personal growth and entrepreneurship podcast along with motherhood, because that just came naturally for the chapters of my life. But the foundation of my show is personal growth, which is my passion. So you need to think about, what is it that interests you? What is it that you have been doing all your life and you just want to start talking about it on a show? N is your niche. What is a niche that you could actually go into? What is it that, either a topic, category, what kind of groups of information could you go into and actually talk about? And then the last thing is S in the GAINS method. What's your strength? So do you feel that, your strengths are communicating? Are you well at writing? If you are well at writing, maybe you should start a show on writing. Let's say you love animals and your strength is taking care of animals, or you know how to take care of plants and you just have plants all over the place and it's just your passion, and that's a strength of yours. And your friends know that about you, like, oh, Maria is the person who just loves flowers, loves plants. That should be something that you could think about as a podcast topic. Or another advice that I like to give when it comes to creating your show is that you want to go broad. You don't want to go so niche down that you can't really pivot. I'm 100 and something episodes into my show, and I've pivoted multiple times. But the cool thing about entrepreneurship and personal growth is that it just encompasses human nature, right? Human nature is covered in personal growth. Entrepreneurship is, in a sense, your mindset. So it's connected. So me being able to pivot in different ways because I made it such a broad thing, it was easy for me. And also when I titled it, it literally is titled Talks with Maria. And that way it's a broad statement. When you look at the show title, you don't necessarily know exactly what it's about unless you read the subtitle, which I have written, Entrepreneurship, Motherhood, and Podcasting. So that's something to think about. GAINS method and the going broad first. Then once you fine-tuned your message, you want to narrow down. I do have a 13-day podcast launching e-course, and I will link that below. It is completely free for you. Let me know if you have any questions on it. Also, I do want to see you in the community of #Bossladies, entrepreneurship ladies who are podcasting or are interested in podcasting. It is a free community and it is thriving, guys. I'm so excited to connect with you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you guys again soon.